even though many cities are doing their utmost to provide as much space for pedestrians as possible. Cars and vehicles are still going to be a big part of our urban spaces. The question now is, how do we make sure they aren't making air pollution and climate change worse? Part of the solution is to electrify vehicle fleets as much as possible. Zero tailpipe emissions means air pollution levels drop, and there is also the added bonus of reduced noise pollution. But electric vehicles need to be recharged. As tech becomes more advanced, batteries are lasting longer and longer, but plugs like these still need to be installed in the right numbers and in the right locations. For vehicles like electric buses and waste collection trucks, it is a relatively simple affair, as they have depots to return to, regular timetables, and predictable energy requirements. For cars, though, it is more complex. Office workers that have access to indoor parking are getting more and more facilities to charge up while they are sat at their desks. But for people with no access to off-street parking, it can be challenging to plan journeys accordingly. It's a chicken and egg scenario. Why build infrastructure if there aren't enough vehicles to justify it? And why go electric when you don't have anywhere to charge it? The European Commission wants to break that cycle and is making funding available to build millions of charge points across the continent by 2030.
There's not going to be one area where clean energy and e-mobility meld perfectly, but there are a number of smaller synergies that work so strongly in its favor, and especially in the coming years will work more strongly in its favor. What we don't want to do is swap internal combustion cars for electric cars, because that doesn't solve our noise problems, it doesn't solve our safety problems, it doesn't solve our congestion problems. The focus then is fewer cars, but electric. And when you have that, then you have a growing population who are far more aware of their own electricity consumption, where it comes from. These are people who clearly have some interest in renewable energy. So that spurs then other conversations about renewable energy, spurs conversations about community energy and how we can collectively generate the electricity we use in our cities ourselves.
Electric vehicles certainly are not a silver bullet, but they will play an increasingly important role in urban mobility. City authorities just have to make sure they put in the right infrastructure in the right place for their full potential to be realized.